As soon as you become the spirit, you just give up all those things that are destructive for us, automatically. No pressures are needed, no goading is needed, nothing of the kind. Automatically, because the spirit is the light, you get your enlightenment. Supposing I am holding a snake in my hand and it's not light. Somebody tells me it's a snake, I'll say, no, it's a rope. I'm holding on to a rope. But when there is a light, I just drop it. In a simple way. Nobody has to tell me, I see the light, and it drops out. In the same way, you are an enlightened person. You can make out what is truth and what is untruth. For example, you see someone, even from Indian jails, some people who have just come out of jails, they don't know what to do with themselves. So they walk out with saffron clothes to Germany, maybe to Australia also, and they become great Babajis here. Now these great Babajis sit on some of the important places in the city, and everybody is surrounding them, giving them money, giving them their lives, you see, all big talk of love going on and everything. Is he a realized soul or not? How will you find out? You don't know whether he is a realized soul or not, because you are not at an absolute point. You are still in a relative understanding. Because this person is wearing this kind of a dress, is sitting very quietly there, so he must be a Babaji. You cannot recognize a person, whether a person is true or not. You can't recognize me either, whether I am telling you the truth or not. Unless and until you become that absolute being, you cannot make it out. Then what happens? That when the Kundalini rises and pierces through your fontanelle bone area, then you also start feeling on your fingertips. These fingertips are nothing but the sympathetic nervous system centers, which are indicative of the truth. If the person has got cool wind or cool breeze coming from that person, then he is a real one. If he doesn't have, then he is not. There are many persons who claim to be great, but they are not. Ultimately we find out, and we are shocked the way they are. We don't know how is it our brain has failed, how is it our brilliance did not show clearly what was wrong with this gentleman, because we are not that. We have to accept humbly that we are still at a human awareness and we have to be at a spiritual awareness. That's the dimension we have to get, otherwise we cannot judge things properly. In this country now we have certain problems. In this whole world we have problems. Problems of atom bomb, every day you are hearing about this problem and that problem, all created by human beings. Imagine, intelligent, such good people have created problems for themselves, killing each other, preparing bombs and things like that, protecting each other. I mean, no animal does that. Only human beings are trying to protect themselves from each other. They are all the time worried who is going to attack them, not sure of themselves. The reason is they haven't reached that state of absoluteness. The time has come now. The time has come for you either to take to constructive working out of the problem or the destructive. By discussions, by arguments, by anything, you are not going to achieve anything unless and until there's a complete transformation in the human mind. And transformation is only possible when you become the spirit, because spirit is the universal being within you. And you become collectively conscious, means you start universally feeling. You just start feeling another person on your fingertips. And if you know how to correct it, you have corrected that person. This is only the play of love of God. It's so simple. Even children can do it. Many children, when they put their fingers in their mouth or their thumbs in their mouth, according to Mr. Freud, it's something nonsense. But according to us, they are suggesting what centers you are catching. To understand your own children, you have to be a realized soul. Because the understanding is still not matured. Unless and until you become a realized soul, you are not a matured personality to judge anything. At that level, whatever you judge will have another point of view. You can take 10 small children who are realized souls. We have many like that. I type their eyes. Now ask them, what's the wrong with this particular person? They will all raise one finger, meaning this, or this finger. If said this finger means that person feels guilty for nothing at all. This is the Vishuddhi on the left-hand side. Or the right means he talks too much and he has problems here. This knowledge becomes your own. This is one of the powers I have described to you, that you feel the collective consciousness within yourself. Whatever you achieve in your evolution is a living process. It is not a dead process. It's a living process by which your central nervous system can feel what is around you, what is within you. What you call the parasympathetic nervous system gets activated. And you can understand the parasympathetic, while if there are any doctors, they'll tell you that they don't know much about parasympathetic. Now, all these things happen to you, and even if you are a child, you can manage the show. The second power you get is that you can raise the kundalini of another person. Like one enlightened light can enlighten another person. But we cannot deal with people who are nasty, who are superficial, who are stupid, not meant for them. It is meant for people who are seekers, who are intense. They are the chosen ones, and they are called as seekers nowadays. They might be drug addicts, or they might be anything. Doesn't matter. They have been truly seeking, they have taken something wrong as right, or they might have done some mistakes. Doesn't matter. Everything is forgiven. They will get what they want, because they have been intensely seeking, truly wanting to be the Spirit. This is the pure desire of the person that works out. Not a person who is just wanting it for the sake of some sort of a selfish or some sort of a power-oriented ideas. Now the third power one he gets is this, that a person becomes absolutely dynamic. He works very hard, he never feels tired. He can do things which he has never done before. I know of somebody who has never done anything artistic. Suddenly he started painting. I know another one who has never known what is poetry because he is a chartered accountant. He has been dealing with money all the time. Suddenly he started writing poetry, that too in Urdu language, which is such a difficulty. Such dynamism one develops. Apart from that, you develop a special feeling of oneness with others who are realized souls. Friendship and fraternity are such a rare quality that you have never seen such people. Even those people who go to fight in the war and all that, they don't have that love and that pure understanding and pure relationship that you find among the people who are realized souls.